I remember this rock bottom moment where I'm driving back from a comedy club in New Jersey to my air mattress in Queens, and this cop just points at me and waves me over. When you're broke, cops will pull you over if you have a crappy car just to see what else you got going wrong, you know. And he says license and registration. As I'm pulling out my license, I'm realizing it's expired by 3 weeks. And I had that moment where I think, well, should I preface this conversation with this key piece of information? Like, you're not gonna like this. You know what I mean? Just like, same team, we both think I'm an idiot. And it was actually worse than just that. He came back and he goes, did you know that your license is suspended? And I didn't even know what that meant. I was very naive. And so apparently I had an unpaid speeding ticket from high school. So I said to him, and I quote, I said, yes, no. Wait, what does suspended mean? And he said, please step out of the car. And I get out of the car. He says, you're under arrest. I said, no, I don't think so. He says, I'm sure of it. And then he cuffs me to prove the whole thing. And round of applause if you've been arrested. Has anyone been arrested before? A few people. What did you, can I ask, what did you get arrested for?
I got arrested by a woman cop and put in a headlock.
I don't like how you said woman cop. It was very obnoxious. It really was. I'm fine with it. It's a comedy show. Anything can happen. We're all friends here. But it just did rub me the wrong way. You know, women can be cops. It's sort of part of the whole thing. You're saying it like it's an anomaly, and it's like a whole thing.
I only said it like that because I've been getting my balls busted for the last 10 years over it.
Well, that doesn't make sense also. But sure, yeah. So this crazy, out of nowhere woman cop shows up. Well, get this, she's a lady. Badge and everything. And I said, cook me dinner. You know what she said? She said, no, you're under arrest for a crime. So, unbelievable. You're really buried in this point. I mean, there's nothing you could say that would vindicate you.
She put me in a headlock.
You already said that? I feel like your talking points are all wrong. She put you in a headlock. Why? What? First of all, what was your crime?
I got to a keg and I got my cup of beer and I was waiting in line for the beer. And
you're leaving out so many details. Where? Basic details. We don't all have to be Ira Glass, but come on. Where was this?
It was in the woods.
So, no further questions, Your Honor. It was in the woods. It was in the woods. I didn't even know ladies went in the woods. It was like seeing Bigfoot. I will say this about being arrested. It's a shocking experience if you've never had it happen, because they cuff you and the cuffs hurt, and the cops don't have to take you to jail right away. Like I was cuffed in New Jersey, and I'm sitting in the back of the cruiser, and I'm looking through the windshield, and the cop is just hanging out with his cop buddies, and they're laughing, making jokes, just like, I arrested this guy for nothing. You know, just like, what does suspended mean? And I'm having the most traumatic moment of my life. It's like, I never knew I would be arrested. I wear New Balance shoes, you know, and I'm nervous because I'm afraid of cops. I always thought I was most afraid of bears, but at least if a bear kills you, everyone gets mad at the bear. If a cop kills you, 30% of Americans are like, it's a hard job. You know what I mean? Like if a bear kills you, they don't have a bear press conference where all the bears stand behind the murderous bear in solidarity, and the bear commissioner steps forward and he's like, he's usually a pretty good bear. He usually just eats honey and is unaware of bees. But cops will kill you. That's like on the news and everything. And so I'm nervous and I'm sweating. I'm itchy. I had an itch in my face, but I didn't have any extremities available. And so I'm looking around like the character from No Country for Old Men, and I see a door handle. I'm like, that's pointy. And I reach over, I'm scratching my face on the door handle, which creates more itchiness on my cheek and my shoulder. And then I'm just sort of writhing around in circles like a dog trying to shake off a medical cone. And the cop looks back, he's like, we got a live one. What the hell are you doing? I'm like, will you scratch my face? Apparently they never do that, not once ever. As it turns out, no one's even asked, which is crazy to me, because that's the itchiest backseat I've ever been in. It's like a tickle fight back there with lice. I would have done anything for a scratch. I'd be like, I'll let you use your gun, you know, which is pointy, but obviously dangerous. And so the officer books me at the Weehawken, New Jersey jail. He even took the shoelaces out of my shoes, because apparently it's a very common thing when people's licenses are suspended. Is they'll hang themselves. I don't like to joke about it. It's called suspension post-suspension. It is all too common, underreported, and then he took a mugshot of me. He knew I performed at a comedy club that night, and so he took an extra one and he put it in his pocket, and he goes, this is in case you ever get famous. Which I thought was nice, you know. I was like, at least he's rooting for me. Sure, he's arresting me now, but long term, this guy sees it. Which is more than I can say for my mom.